You ever get that look from a woman? That stillness in her body, but wildfire in her eyes? The silence isn't peace, it's pressure building. A quiet storm wrapped in lashes and lipstick. That's not just lust. It's not even desire. It's a fantasy on the edge of ignition. Most men, they don't even see it. They walk carefully, stay polite, ask too many questions, then wonder why she's absent when it matters most, emotionally or in bed. But the few who know, she gives herself to them in ways even she can't understand. Before we dive deeper, I've got something for you. A free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook. Inside it, you'll uncover the hidden triggers that make a woman crave a man on a soul-deep level. Links in the description and the pinned comment. Now let's begin. 1. The command trigger. She secretly wants to be claimed by a man who doesn't ask, but acts. Not rude, not reckless, just certain. She doesn't want to be asked, "Are you ready?" She wants a man who already knows. That's not disrespect, it's dominance. Calm, emotional dominance. The kind she denies publicly, but aches for privately. You ever wonder why women devour books like 50 Shades? Why the brooding, quiet man wins without saying much? Because he represents authority, not control. Depth, not arrogance. He walks in like he owns the atmosphere. Says nothing, but everything about him speaks. That's the fantasy. A man in command of himself. She wants to surrender, but only to strength she can trust. You activate this by becoming the man who doesn't need noise to own the room. One look and her breath stumbles. One touch and she follows. No asking, just presence. That's the key. Certainty. 2. The protector paradox. She built herself into a fortress. Fierce, untouchable, independent. And she's proud of those walls. But deep down, she wants to collapse. Not in front of anyone, but in front of the man who doesn't flinch when she breaks. The man who sees through the armor and calmly says, "I've got you." She doesn't want a hero. She wants a sanctuary. A space where her strength can rest. A man whose silence is safer than words. Who doesn't panic when she spirals. Who doesn't run when she resists. She's not asking for drama. She's craving stillness. Triggering this doesn't require saving her. It requires standing still while she falls apart, so she can learn she's safe to fall. Hold her when she's quiet. Be still when she's loud. The more stoic you become, the more her chaos orbits you instead of destroying you. That's when she gives you what no one else has seen. The raw parts, the hidden ones, the truth. 3. The Maskless Fantasy. Every woman wears one. The charming smile, the confident laugh, the polished image. But beneath it, there's a version of her no one ever sees, and she's praying, silently, for a man who can see behind the act. Not call her out, just notice, understand, stay. You don't expose her, you witness her. And in that sacred moment she feels naked, but safe. She says she's fine, but you lean in, look into her, and say, "You don't have to be." That's intimacy most men will never touch. It's not in words, it's in the pause, the presence, the patience to feel her silence and still choose to stay. When she realizes you're not just watching her mask, you're meeting her soul, she starts showing you more than skin. She shows you what she hides. 4. The controlled chaos trigger. This one is primal. She wants to lose control, but only in the hands of a man who won't lose himself. It's the fantasy she never speaks. Not to friends, not even to a diary. She doesn't want to be pushed around. She wants to be held together while falling apart. She wants to break, but only in the arms of someone unshakable. This isn't about power, it's about presence. She wants to feel like she's unraveling, without fear of shattering, that you won't panic, that you won't retreat, that you'll stay. You don't ask what she needs, you feel it, you guide. You breathe slower and she follows. You press pause on her chaos, not with force, but with gravity. And in that space, she softens, surrenders. She explores the dark because you've become her anchor in it. When a woman feels her fire won't scare you, she'll burn down her world just to stay close to yours. 5. The silent obsession. This one says nothing. No seduction, no chasing, just presence. Lingering presence. You stop reacting. You stop watching her stories. You build. You grow. You evolve. And she feels it in your absence. That's the trigger. When she senses you're no longer hers to access, her obsession begins. It's the restraint, the quiet power, the mystery of a man who once knew her and vanished. Now she replays you, your eyes, your breath, the way you knew. She never says it out loud, but you haunt her, not because you chased, but because you didn't have to. You entered her soul and left without asking for a receipt. That's the man she can't forget, not because you stayed, but because you didn't need to. Now you've seen it, not the fantasy she posts on social media, not the script she shares with friends. The real one, the one buried deep in her nervous system. If you're still here, it means something's awake in you. You're not like the rest. You're not afraid of the fire. You carry it. So here's the final truth. She doesn't want a man who seeks permission. She wants a man who activates her. Mind, body, soul. If that's you, don't play soft, don't shrink. Become the one she dreams of, but never dares to describe. And if this message touched a nerve, subscribe. This isn't for the weak, this is for the few. The ones who lead, who don't flinch, who walk in silence and leave a trail of obsession. Comment the word obsession below. If you've ever seen that look in her eyes, if you've ever felt that pull, if you're ready to become unforgettable.